Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yuvi, and if this is your first time on my channel, please hit the subscribe button below to get notified whenever I make new videos. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the things I don't miss at all about Nigeria. Nothing, okay? I already made a video before talking about the things that I actually miss about Nigeria, so please do well to watch that video after this, okay? And yeah, so we're just gonna jump into it, right? I have a list of things that I mentioned, and I've been trying to compile a list of, tangible things that I want to talk about. And I think I have all that I want to talk about in my list, okay? So we're going to jump right into this, So the first thing I'm going to talk about that I do not miss about Nigeria is insecurity. Yes, I do not miss the insecurity in Nigeria. Every day I hear about kidnappings, about rape, about killings, about sacrificial, all these things, they're just too much to bear. Sometimes I just tell myself, you know what, I don't want to listen to all these news right now about these things because it's very scary, right? Imagine me going back to night right now. I don't know if I will have the mind to walk at night because it's like, dude, with everything I've been hearing on the news lately, it's like, I don't want to experience anything like that. I'm like, I just want to do my day. Let me just stay in peace, right? Like, it's crazy. The insecurity is too much. I wonder how you guys are even doing, Like, I really wonder how you guys are doing because I don't even want to deal with that right now. Like, I'm just enjoying my peace and tranquility. Cape Verde is one heck of a peaceful place. Like, if you're looking for a retirement place to settle in and just live your life, I swear this is like the best place, I swear. Because Cape Verde is just tranquil. It doesn't have a lot, right? Like, I talked about a lot of things that I don't really enjoy about Cape Verde in the video where I talked about the things I miss about Nigeria, right? But Cape Verde is just so chill. That's why they always say every single time, no stress. Cape Verde is super chill, right? And that's why I enjoy being here. I don't miss at all. I don't miss one bit that insecurity thing. I don't even want to have to deal with it, fam. I really don't. Also, another thing that I do not miss about Nigeria is the corruption. Haba, corruption is too much. And it's crazy because everybody keeps blaming the government. They say, oh, the government this, government that, government this. But it's in every sphere, it's in every echelon of our Nigerian society. You will find corruption there. In primary schools, in secondary schools. Bribery and corruption started from even our homes. There's corruption in every sphere, in every level. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I told you guys that I'm doing my residency and I've been on it and I don't know, the thing is just delaying, just pissing me off. But in this whole process, there's nothing like, oh, just pay that man, he will do it for you. There's nothing like that. Everything has to go through processes. The only thing that can happen, maybe if you have a police officer who works in the place where you submitted a document, you can just maybe ginger the person, maybe they can put your document on top and then the thing will go faster. But there's nothing like, oh, pay this person, he will do it for you, run it sharp. Almost nothing like that. You will never find anything like police will not come and be taking bribe from anybody for anything. Nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. Everything just has an order. Everything is documented. Everything goes through a process. Like someone told me the other day, they said Cape Verde is so used to going by the book that even if a governor or president commits a crime, for example, you, what's that word again? When you beat the traffic lights, is that what you call it? I don't remember how exactly you said it again. You would have to pay a fine. It doesn't matter your level, you have to obey the law. Nobody's above the law. But trust me, you can have all these policemen, even the policemen who take the bribes. These policemen, these politicians, they can run a red light and nobody has the mind to stop them or anything to say, oh, you ran a red light, come and pay fine. Or more than boy, you will. You can't even stop them. By the time you see mopoles and you see soldiers with that, might not even feel led to you. So that's the thing. I don't miss that corruption. It's too much in Nigeria. But I'm not saying that there's no corruption. Of course, there's corruption everywhere in the world. Definitely. But I mean the corruption in Haba now. It's just too much. And it's everywhere. It's not even something that's hidden anymore. It's so openly done these days. Nobody even cares. If you even complain and say, this is happening, they say everybody they do it. No, it's common. Haba. This is the 21st century. We have to move forward. Nigeria will not go anywhere if we keep living our lives like this, right? Because this person is corrupt, so I have to be corrupt too to make it happen. No, we have to change from ourselves. That's the only way we can change in Nigeria. We have to start with ourselves first. Change and not be corrupt, and then maybe you can inspire someone else to not be corrupt as well, and then we can have an incorrupt society, right? At least that's what we hope for. Another thing that I do not miss about Nigeria right now is the bad road. Oh my days. I know a lot of people may be like, oh, Cape Verde is so small, so it's very easy for them to, well, what really is their economy? Think about it. All they do is taxes. All they have is taxes, for real. All they have is taxes. Then maybe just one or two little things. So what really do they have? Which mineral resources do they have? No oil, no gold, no silver, no diamond, no nothing, absolutely nothing. So what else will you say? But their roads are really good. Really, really good. They are one people that I know who use their resources well. They have these roads that look like interlocking tiles, but it's not interlocked. It's like made from rocks. The rocks are found here, right? So they don't have to import anything or go through any processing. You just break the rocks into the pieces that you want and you put them in the road and it looks perfect, right? So the roads here, in fact, like it's very amazing because when we went into the thick villages, we went down into Tarrafal. There's a place called Tarrafal. We went down past the Samada Pass. We went into some remote places and we saw good roads. Good roads in those places. And another thing I'm not going to mention right now because of this story I'm talking about is electricity. People always ask me, they're like, what's the electricity like here in Cape Verde? And I'm like, oh, we have 24/7 electricity. You pay for it, you get it. You don't pay, you don't get it. If you miss your payments, they cut your lights, right? So that's just it. It's straightforward. You pay, you get what you pay for. Sometimes, I've told you guys before that sometimes we experience blackouts, right? But it's very rare. It's not something that happens a lot. It's not like in Nigeria now where after you've paid light bill, you are still looking for the lights. And it's just absolutely crazy. When we went to those villages, we saw electric poles on top of mountains, fam. We're not talking about just plain ground. On top of mountains, there were electric poles. Good roads. They don't really have water in those really remote places. So you see trucks going to give those people water in the thick villages that are so remote that some people don't even know those places even exist in Cape Verde. Can you imagine that? Like, then talk about Nigeria, that's supposed to be the giant of Africa. No good roads, no good electricity. It's just absolutely crazy. Like, who can live without electricity in the 21st century? Are you kidding me? In the 21st century, people are living without electricity. Every time my boyfriend will be telling me about, oh, no light, we have to buy fuel for Jen. That's one thing I do not miss at all. That sound of Jen in the middle of the night when I'm looking for my peace and tranquility. I don't even want to have to deal with that anymore, I swear. Because it's just crazy. Like every day, that song, I'll never forget that song. They say, generator won't care, generator won't care. That song, I swear, that song is just about Nigeria, I swear. That song is just perfect. Because, man, it's crazy. I cannot be living with that kind of sound. Because everybody does not have lights, so everybody turns on their gen phone, bam, 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 from every angle, and you have to lock everywhere so to make sure the noise doesn't come in. Haba, like really, it's just too much. Cape Verde is such a small place, and it's not like I'm even in one kind of first world country right now. Yet, the difference between Nigeria and Cape Verde, even though we're still in Africa, is a lot, which is crazy. Like, it's absolutely crazy. In my final year, I decided to stay off the campus, right? And every day there will be no water, no light. You see us managing water to bathe. You see, manage every single time. Once they bring the light, you just charge your phone. Or if there's no light for like 2 weeks, you have to be looking for somewhere to go and be charging your phone if you don't have a gen. Because I didn't have a gen. I was in my final year. Why would I be getting a gen in my final year? Who does that, right? But then I will have to go and I remember, I will never forget the day. That time it was too bad. We didn't have light in Ecosodin, because I stayed in Ecosodin. I know some of you who went to Univen, you know Ecosodin, right? The very notorious place. I remember, I will never forget that day. I was so frustrated. My laptop was down, my power bank was down, my phone was down. It's not like I have no hope, nowhere to say, okay, the light is coming. No hope, no water, no nothing. I was so frustrated. I just packed all my things in my bag, took TP, and I went to this place, this new film house they opened close to Uniben. I went there with my extension, guy. Do you know, when I put my extension in, some people came to plug their phones too. I said, hey, God, so it's only me that's going through this whole stress. It was absolutely ridiculous. Over here, you don't have to experience anything about, oh, no light, except your light is not connected. Maybe it's disconnected. Like maybe you didn't pay for the light, perhaps, then you wouldn't have electricity. But so long as you pay for it, you have it. And it's final. I can stay, I won't charge my phone till it's like 5% before I even go. I'm like, oh, I need to charge my phone because I'm just used to it. Everything is charged. What am I hustling or struggling for, right? Like, so that's the thing. We enjoy constant electricity and it's absolutely fantastic. Even all these roadblocks that you see in Nigeria, you can't just be seeing roadblock for no reason. Is there terrorist attack? Are you constructing a new road? Why is there roadblock? Before I left for Cape Verde, when just ordinary Benin to us about roadblock, it didn't shock me that. Like, I'm like, waiting can't they stop for night? Like, I don't understand. You just see roadblock from one point to this one, roadblock, from here to here, roadblock, from this to roadblock. Haba. Even when we took a bus from Asaba to Lagos, my friend was so scared for me. He's like, why are you taking a bus? Take a flight. I'm like, I beg, nobody has that time or money to be paying flight right now. Let's just take a bus to Lagos. And my brother and I, we took a bus to Lagos. Roadblock, roadblock, roadblock. Journey that's supposed to be maybe 3 hours because of roadblock and bad roads and everything, you end up spending like 10 hours on the road. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Like over here, when you have bad roads, in less than a week, or if it wants to be too much, maybe more than a week, it's fixed. And that's the only time you would see that there is a roadblock because the road is under construction. Otherwise, why are you seeing a roadblock? There is no terrorist attack, so why are we doing roadblock? Like, why? It's absolutely bizarre. It's very archaic. It's very barbaric to have roadblocks for civilians. It's not as if there is some kind of insurgency now that you say, okay, we need to mount roadblocks in case these terrorists or haba. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you're even saying, okay, we're mounting toll gates, right? That's better. At least you say, okay, the government is making some money from the toll gates, like the ones they have in Lagos, right? But this one just put roadblock. You see, they'll put wood on the road, mount tires or cement bags filled with sand. Come on, that's super barbaric in my opinion. I mean, why is that necessary really? Another thing that I do not miss about Nigeria right now, no offense, mom and dad, but I do not miss parental control. Like, honestly, you have no idea what it's like to have your own freedom. Like, to just do what you want, to wake up in the morning when you want, not that you have to wake up, they'll send you on errands, send you on errands, send you on errands. And why it's worse for me is because I'm the last child of my parents. So everybody sends me on errands. I do not miss that at all. No. I don't miss it at all. No, I don't plan on going back to that. I mean, I definitely will go back tonight, but I don't plan on getting back to that for too long, right? Because before you know, they send you to bank, go and buy bread, go and buy this one, go and buy that one, go and buy this one. Before you know, I'm buying 5 times in a day, and they've sent me. Haba, I beg. People should consider me. I need my own free time too, I beg. I know I'm the last child, and y'all can send me anyhow you want, but come on, man, come on. Like, I need my time to do my own thing, right? So please, I do not miss that whole parental control where by 6 p.m. rather, they tell you, oh, come back to the house. It's too late, you are too, then you find me telling my friends, I have to go back home. They're like, at 6 p.m.? And I'm like, you all don't understand, right? But over here, I have my life. I can stay outside till 1 a.m. Nobody cares. Nobody to control me and say, oh, come back home now, right? So I don't miss that at all. So moving on, another thing I do not miss about Nigeria is the public transport system. Jesus is Lord. All these buses in Lagos, Benin, we don't really have those typical, we don't really use a lot of buses in Asaba where I grew up. But we have taxis, cabs, kekes, but I'm talking about all the public transport systems in general. Like, they are all, I don't know, there's just this rasness to everything in Nigeria. I don't just understand. Do you know, I remember then, my friend and I at BS, when we would go to school early in the morning, because we didn't have accommodation for some time in 200 level, and we would always wake up early in the morning to catch a bus to school. See dragging, we will push, everybody will push, enter, she will drag me, because me then I'll be forming botina, I don't understand, no, I don't want to. This baby will clear the way for me and I will enter, like, you will squeeze, push people, you don't even care. But over here, even if you see that the bus will almost get filled, you can't be pushing anybody. Are you insane? You're not the only one who is in a hurry. Everybody is in a hurry. I don't know. I don't just know. Like, why is it necessary to push people to enter? Why not just wait in a single file? You enter, if it doesn't get to you, another bus is available, and you wait for that one. Simple as that. You don't have to now be doing all these razness. Like, I don't miss that razness at all, because it has never been for me. I'm not saying I'm some kind of butty kid or rich kid, but I've never liked to stress my life. I don't want to stress my life, guy. Like, I can't be stressing my life. Sometimes when you want to take the public bus, everybody just come, waiting. If it gets to your turn, you enter. When it's full, they tell you it's full, you stay, and you wait for the next bus. Nobody is now going to come and say, oh, this, that, like, they will not push you. If you even try it, maybe someone can report it to the police or something, I don't know. But it doesn't make any sense. Over here, you even have your cards. Like, but I don't have a card, so I just pay in cash when I enter the public buses. But you can have your card, you just go into the card, you put it on the machine, it makes a sound and tells you that, okay, your money has been deducted, and you go and sit down. You enter the next bus, you put the thing on the machine, it taps it, and that's it, life goes on. It's not such a big technology now. It's not rocket science that Nigeria can have, fam. You see, my brother will be telling me of how he'll be chasing a bus in Lagos just to make sure he gets home or to get to work. Why is that? Why can't the bus stop? Like, are you guys understanding? Why can't the bus just stop for people to go in? Or maybe the bus is so bad that if it stops, it will take them too long for them to, because we've seen that before. If the bus stops, it will take them too long for them to put it back on, and that will be too much stress, so they have to keep rolling so that the person will jump. About this mole where I don't think Lagos life is for me. That's why I've never envisioned myself living in Lagos. I don't want to do anything. I just maybe want to visit people in Lagos, but I don't want to live in Lagos because the life is absolutely too ras for me. Except maybe I live in some kind of rich environment where I don't go anywhere else, which I would absolutely love. Then maybe I could decide to live in Lagos, but no, Lagos is not for me. It's not for me. It's not for me at all. Moving on, another thing I do not like is mosquitoes. It will come as a shock to you, right? Because you know we're still in Africa. So it's a bit bizarre when I tell you that in Cape Verde, you barely see mosquitoes. I mean, mosquitoes are everywhere in the world, but you barely see mosquitoes. Maybe it's because of the climate, which I think plays a very, very huge factor in the amount of mosquitoes you see. And it also depends. I remember we stayed in a place, what's it called again? Where did we stay again? Not Sant Antonio. San Vicente, voila. We stayed in San Vicente. San Vicente, right? Everything just sounds weird to me, I don't know. So we stayed in San Vicente, and I remember we would see mosquitoes here and there, but nothing too big. Not like the ones that tortured my life when I was in Togo for my 3rd year of school. No, not like that type. Like, these ones are just normal few mosquitoes you just see here and there. Because there are not a lot of mosquitoes like we would normally see, I'm not saying that they don't exist, but they are not as much as you would see in Nigeria. But because of this, there is no malaria. It's shocking, right? We are in Africa, but there is no malaria in Cape Verde. I remember, I may have already told you guys that before, I'm not sure, but I remember when my sister's husband, while they were still here in Cape Verde, he fell ill with malaria. Because apparently it was through him that I knew that malaria can be recurrent. I didn't know that. I barely have malaria. I've been in Nigeria all my life before I moved here. I mean, I've had malaria as a kid, but growing up, I barely ever had malaria. Like, maybe I can count 2 times that I had sense when I had malaria, but malaria was never really anything that really happened to me. Maybe I could have fevers or maybe some other things like infections, this, that, but never malaria. Malaria didn't really affect me like that, like, as much as it affects a lot of people. So yeah, back to what I was saying. So he was ill with malaria. It was a recurring malaria, and he went to the hospital. Do you know that these people didn't have malaria drugs? My sister had to order malaria drugs from Nigeria down to Cape Verde. That's what she did. She ordered Nigeria drugs down, malaria drugs rather. She ordered malaria drugs down from Nigeria to Cape Verde. They only had one type, and it's just these Legberia, you know, like all these Legberia type of malaria drugs, nothing special. Okay, I'm laughing because I use the word Legberia. It's a long story. I don't want to talk about that right now. Malaria doesn't even exist. Like, the only people who would have malaria here are maybe people who traveled from somewhere else and came here. Then maybe it's the recurring type, like the one that also happened to my brother. But nothing like malaria. They don't even have drugs for it. If you want to come to Cape Verde, you want to move to Cape Verde, it'll be advisable for you to buy your malaria drugs if you're the kind of person who usually has malaria, and bring them down to Cape Verde, because you would not see malaria drugs to buy. Trust me, you won't. You have to order, which is going to cost you a lot of money. So for those of you planning to move to Cape Verde, it will be best for you to buy your drugs before coming. This is pretty much it, guys. This is all I want to talk about. The things I do not miss about Nigeria. And I'm really hoping that you guys enjoy watching this video, because I find it super, you know, something. I don't know what's the word I want to use right now. So that's it, okay? I'm hoping you guys like the video. For those of you who are not in Nigeria right now, tell me in the comment section the things you do not miss, or maybe the things that I did not mention in the comment section, okay? So thank you so much. Thank you for watching. And I'm hoping you guys like my mini afro look. Yeah, I had to lose my hair, and I decided to carry my natural look. So yeah, I'm loving my afro for now until I get tired and bored of it, and you guys will see me with another look again. Nah. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my video. I really love you guys so much. Thank you so much to 608 subscribers. I know it's not a lot, but I love you guys so much. And thank you for always watching my videos. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everything. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.